Alright fellas, happy to be bringing you this double header. This is the day after I dropped the ebook, so this is October the 29th, 2020. And I got a double header, Kansas City versus Kansas City against a dude named Uncle Luke 06. Now this dude is actually currently ranked 72 in the weekly rankings for PC Reg, so it seems as though he's been doing pretty good. So let's see how we're gonna do against him. Now, I think I am the Kansas City that is receiving the first game. This was played earlier today and I can't remember. That's horrible. Yeah, that's me. I'm receiving. So I'm in red. Uncle Luke is in white. So I'm going to show you guys some of the new things I'm doing. Things changed just from yesterday. I mean, the offense is young, and the truth is I think a lot and I watch. I record everything I do when I'm in Madden and I watch it all. So I make the little tweaks on a daily. So things change from day to day, especially this early in an offense. So there are some changes. Maybe not big changes, but there are some changes. And I'm pretty sure you'll see most of it in game. And then I'll go over what I didn't. What you don't see in game, I'll discuss as well. So right here, in the ebook, you'll see that I very often put the running back on a curl for T whip when I see man, but now I've been putting them on an out route because the curl was doing a good job against linebacker users, but I played a few people who are using safety and the curl doesn't really put them in conflict as much, so I put him on that out. That way, whether you're using or it's computer defender or that linebacker, we're gonna beat him to the sideline. Interestingly enough, I've actually been using the curl more now in Y out, which has been doing really good against zone. So here we go for our base play. And we just wait. Kelce's open on the sideline. So against man, Kelce gets open quick, but what I noticed is if you have time, he actually gets more space and more yards if you wait till he gets to the sideline to hit him. So now we're going to run it one more time. Axe is wide open, and we just take our time. Now, if we're hitting that throw to Axe, if we're hitting that deep dig, this offense is amazing. If you're not incorporating that, the offense is really good. And that's the one thing that I noticed when I was looking over my film. I actually mentioned it in the I think in the comments of the ebook, is that taking advantage of that dig takes this offense to another level. And there we go with T one more time. We got Kelce, very nice. And see, so you see we're moving the ball very well. And for the most part, I miss a pass or two per game in this offense, and you can see why. I mean, these are easy reads, easy passes. It's a really efficient offense, you guys. It really is. And there we go. We'll hit them with power for 9 yards. And I like to hurry up the ball. I like to hurry up the ball down here and throw a screen. Sometimes I'll run again, but doing a hurry up and no huddle and then getting a screen, I find very effective this year. Especially, I mean, screens are effective this year, period. But after hurry up, it catches people off guard nicely. So we'll take our extra point. Nice 7-0 lead. And then we'll see what Uncle Luke's doing with Kansas City. And like I said, this was a double header, so if y'all stick around and watch the whole thing, it'll be interesting to see the changes that'll make not only as this game progresses, but as we move forward to the second game. Now this first defensive possession, there's no excuse. I was just caught slipping. Man, I don't know where my focus was. I was setting my defense up. I watched T Kelce run right by me, and I just left him unaccounted for. So you'll see, and you're gonna laugh. I'm not gonna make that mistake again, though. I promise you that. I don't know what was going on with me, but like I said, no excuse. This was all on me. So we're gonna start up this defense. I like to put a linebacker over here in this spot. You guys know this if you watch the 4-6 ebook. If you don't, then I run 4-6 normal speed package, and I typically audible into a cover 1 4-6 bear under. But I got a few other things I've been using that I've been waiting to show you guys actually. So you should see that. Actually, you will see that in these two gameplays. As you see here, this is what I was talking about. I mean, what was your boy doing? That's on me. That's on me all day, and I can't even tell you what was going on in my head. But we all slip up sometimes, and that's what this was. So 7-0, basically a new game. It's the same as 0-0, right? So we're gonna get back on offense, and we're gonna grind. Now, I know this dude can't stop my offense. I don't think anybody can, to be honest. So I'm not too worried about that. I just know I gotta be a little more disciplined on defense because, I mean, that's not a representation of who I am. That's kind of embarrassing. So here we go. We're receiving the kick. Now, one thing I've been doing is switching up who's in the slot. So you see, I went to that package that says X slot. That actually puts Tyreek in the slot. And I've been enjoying doing that, catching people off guard. So you'll see here. It actually worked out nicely for me because Reke runs straight up the seam unaccounted for for an easy 7. But tit for tat, he comes right back and throws one at me. I'm in man, and sometimes I'll try out Kansas City users. Sometimes I'll try them out to see if they're the type to go over top, because not everybody is. So I decided to do that with this dude. I don't know why. So truth is, in about 30 seconds, I'll be back on offense, and it'll be 14-0. But you'll see, I eventually switch up and start doing my cover 4 drop and making my adjustments behind cover 4 drop. So we start out with 2 bad defensive possessions. So let's go get that out of the way. Yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry, I'm about to give up a touchdown. Yeah, dude goes right over top. And the truth of the matter is, he's probably feeling good about himself. I never felt worried. You know, when he scored both of these touchdowns. See, for me, when I give up touchdowns like this, I don't feel bad because I know exactly what happened, and I know I'm not gonna do it again. You know what I mean? When you're giving up touchdowns to me, you can't say that. You can't say, oh, I know what he did to get down the field on me. I can stop that. No, listen to me. Trust me when I tell you, you can't stop it. And you're going to see that. We're going to play 2 games against this guy, and he cannot stop the offense. He has no answer for the offense. So when it's 14-0, in my mind, I'm like, all I got to do is play decent defense. All I got to do is play the defense I know I'm capable of playing, and I'm going to win. So I'm not worried. So here we go. We're back on offense. It's time to go ahead, get our 3rd touchdown, and then really start to tighten up a little bit, because we know we're gonna have to. Some dudes you can get away with playing a little loosely and taking risks. This guy's showing me that I clearly can't do that with him. So he hasn't shown me that he can put together a proper offensive drive yet, and I'm gonna make him do that in a minute. But first, let's go get this out the way. So we're in our base play. Remember your read. You got your running back. Good shot. And just pick up the yards. Shouldn't even try to get extra yards. It's not necessary, but you know, sometimes you're in position. Usually you're in position to try to make a move. That really wasn't one of those times. All right, so I'm putting Tyreek back in the slot, as you see, and we're gonna stay in Pat's cross. Now we're looking at our running back. He's open again. Oh, you know what? There were a few people on Kelce, but nobody between him and the quarterback, so that actually wasn't a bad pass. So we have a 1st down, and now we'll put in Hartman back in the slot, it looks like. Yeah. So we come out with Hartman back in the slot, and we're coming right back to Pat's cross. And here we go. Let's make our reads. The running back's the read. Good move. Simple. Pick up your yards, get out of bounds. That was 6 yards there with 9 for 9 passing. This offense is very easy if you make your reads. No need to make it complicated any more than it has to be. Alright, looks like we're going tight end whip here. So, no, we're switching up Pat's wide, and that makes sense because it looked like a zone. Alright, so you know what? I see he's doing this cover 3, and I was actually gonna see if I had time to get the post over the top, but I didn't, so I threw it out quickly to Kelce. I usually give Kelce another half a beat before I make that pass, so we were unlucky there. But the truth is, there's no reason to try to set up a ball. There's no reason at all. This guy's defense isn't scary enough, and I know I can beat it. And there I go. That's the pass that, when I was watching my film, made me realize I was ignoring the deep dig too much for that quick dig when I was going away from the halfback route and the tight end route. So when I make the read proper between those 2 digs, this offense is a lot better. When I don't, and I'm immediately looking for that quick dig, that's when I make those mistakes. I'm lucky that wasn't picked off. So that's something I gotta keep an eye on. I gotta do better there. I'm gonna get the deep post here. I'm gonna get the post. I wasn't a deep post, but those posts are great versus man versus zone. You'll usually find one of them if you need it. He did a good job covering the underneath routes. I wasn't going to pick up a first down if I was aiming at Kelce or if I was aiming at left bow. So now we're back in our base play. And you can see the streak is actually getting kind of open. Now, one thing I noticed is he's in cover 3 a lot. And the streak, if you actually watch, the streak gets open a little bit. I don't like bombing somebody's base coverage too much early in the game if I don't have to. Like if I know I have an effective offense, I'll wait and pull the bomb out, or I'll hit you once or twice when need be. But once I get your back against the wall, you're back in the corner, that's when I like to just hit you as many times as I can, hoping that it'll just make it quick. And this was one of those things actually. So you'll see that as this video progresses. And as a matter of fact, this game doesn't get out of the second quarter, so you'll see that soon. So yeah, and that's why I wanted to be able to do a commentary on this, because I want to show you not just the plays and how the plays working out, but how I think and what I think when I'm playing. So there I go, I run the power, pick up another 12 yards or so. So that was a great pickup. And I think we go to the screen again, did we? Yeah, we went to the screen again. Except this time we don't get anything from the screen. That was bad stick. I should have stayed to the outside. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to show you what I'm thinking, what my thought process is behind some of the things I'm doing. And sometimes I'll see the streak open and ignore it. I'll just play underneath because I'm moving the ball effectively anyway. Now right there, I made a possession catch because I should have never thrown that ball. The linebacker, I think, had a beat on that ball, so I kind of cut back in possession quarter to keep him from having a play on it. So 3rd and goal, and I'm gonna go my base play because I'm comfortable with it. Now it's just a matter of being patient and seeing what's open. And if you watch that deep dig, you see him, he gets in that space. I'm telling you, if you're using that deep dig proper, this offense is amazing, absolutely amazing. It's good without it, but if you're using it proper, that means you actually have 5 reads on every play. I haven't had too many offenses where I have 5 reads. Like, I legit can hit the streak. I'll take a look over there and see what's going on with the streak. I'll come to the running back and the tight end, and then I can read both digs off each other. If you're making those reads on every snap, you're going to be impossible to defend. Impossible. Most people aren't setting up 5 reads. Like I said, most of my offenses aren't 5 reads. And anybody tells you all their offenses are 5 reads, they're either a pro or they're full of it. Let's keep our language clean. We want to make sure that any and everybody can watch this, right? Yeah, I've been trying to keep it clean lately. All right, so now we're back on defense, and we're gonna start playing that cover 4 to make him actually work for it, right? So you'll see when I'm in cover 4 a lot, I'll just man up Tyreek. So I keep 4 deep and I keep somebody manned on Tyreek. He just switched up, and I'm now manned on Watkins, which is not where I want to be. Was able to, yeah, I picked it up and I manned up Tyreek, but he drew a flag anyway. So he back in that Eagle H slot, and he's using a custom book, if you can't tell. See, and this is what I'll do, and I'll take those quarter flats and I'll put them in clouds, or I'll put them in hard flats, or even purples. You know, I change it up a lot. Sometimes I'll change my deep zones too, so we'll see. I think I did that a couple times in this game, but for the most part I didn't need to. And there we go. The first snap in cover 4 drop, he gives us the ball. So you quickly see that this dude doesn't have an answer in his passing offense for the adjustments that I make in cover 4. He doesn't. And those are the Kansas City users who, to me, aren't great Madden players, because all you can do is throw streaks. So once I adjust to your streak, what do you have? You know, and that's what separates good Madden players from alright Madden players. You know what I mean? You come out, you have a plan on offense, and it doesn't work. Well, you gotta have a counter. You know, you gotta be able to do more than one thing, and that's what I like to think I'm able to do. I like to think I'm able to switch it up. Like, I can bomb you, but I can also play underneath with this one setup. I can play underneath, I can play over top, and I can roll into the end zone and pick up 7. So here we go. Now we're applying pressure. Now I'm trying to make up for that missed kick earlier, and we're not gonna have any luck. We're actually gonna fail to convert this as well. Yeah, so he did. I mean, that Chris Jones, I probably shouldn't have been running the fullback dive of Chris Jones, to be honest. He blew up that lineman and then smacked Sherman in the backfield. But it's all good. You want to try these things, you know? Definitely want to. I mean, I've been in the New England's playbook for 4 days now, so I don't want to just run goal line offense at the goal line. I want to see what works from New England. And the fullback dive works. I think that's the first time, or maybe the second time. That's the second time I've had it start. So I'm not going to go away from it because of that. Not by any means. So we're back in our cover 4 drop. And we're playing it smart. Oh, see, I put one of my deep quarters in a deep third. And we're playing it smart. He can take these underneath routes as much as he likes. The clock is my friend right now. That thing can run down as much as it wants. At this point, when I'm 2 scores ahead of you, I'm not worried about you scoring. I'd rather you don't score fast, but I'm not worried about you scoring. If you're going to use time, great. Because I know that when I have the ball, I'm in the driver's seat. I can score quick. I can take my time, move the ball down the field. I can use some clock. So if I'm ahead of you and you're using clock, great. When I get the ball, I'm going to use clock too. And if you score 7 and I score 7, you end up in the same spot with a whole lot less time. Then good job. And look what this, man, I'm really bad using linebackers. They're just not that agile. And I got abused when I'm using linebackers. Did you see that just now? Man. So I actually didn't even do a good job here with my personnel. That's one thing. If you see with the 4-6, I get into 4-6 normal quick. So I got DBs everywhere. With nickel 3-3-5, you can also get DBs on the field. You gotta supplement manually though. Here I am going through packages. That's not the way to do it. You gotta supplement manually, and I didn't do it until I was a few snaps into the game. Come on, guys. I should know better than that. You know, that's not smart. That's not smart Madden football. So, fortunately, I got that change made in a little bit, but that's something I should have done before I got 3-3-5 on the field. So here we go. Now this is good coverage here. We see where he's going, and we're patient. Now Reke almost made that catch, and that would have pissed me right off. But fortunately, we broke it up, and it's on to 2nd and 2. Now I'm about to get my DBs in, as you can see. And I think this might be the snap. Yeah, it is. Where man, the deep quarter on the outside left the screen. I accidentally put him on a soft spot. I was changing up some zones and I grabbed him by mistake. Man, watch, it just opens up a spot for Tyreek, and dude took advantage of it. Oh, it's not right now. I'm sorry. It's about to happen though. It's about to happen. I watch. I put dude on a soft spot, and 147. I think it happens with 140 something left to play. Cause I remember saying there's a lot of time left, and I can still score. Let's see. Is it now? Yeah. Look at him moving in. I remember when he moved in. See, and I put him on a square. Now you see how I have the curl to the right side? I was trying to do a curl to the slot receiver on the left side the same way, but instead of the slot receiver, I grabbed the slot DB. I grabbed the outside DB, and well, that's the result. So that's okay. These things, I mean, they happen, especially when you make a lot of adjustments. Sometimes you'll make a mistake, and I definitely got caught slipping there. So now we're up by 5, but we got the ball, and we got plenty of time. And the truth is, the way I'm looking at it right now I'm starting to think about that ball. I'm starting to think, I'm ahead by 5. If I can put a couple scores together real quick, I can get this dude to quit. That's kind of the hope right now. I like to be ahead. Like, I received the ball, so I want to be ahead 2 scores going into half. And this is my opportunity to make that happen. Being ahead 5 is perfect. So I can move the ball slowly if need be. But if he gives me an opportunity to strike, I'm gonna strike. That's where my head is right now. And this is why I'm not gonna attack your cover 3 right away. And he's playing a lot of cover 3 blitzes and all that. And the streak has been there. But I just biding my time. See, so even right there, the streak was there. But sometimes, now here's another thing I do. Sometimes I like to get on the hash. You don't have to be on the hash to throw the streak, but sometimes I like to. So I think maybe 1 or 2 more plays and I'm gonna take it. Yeah, here we go. Look at that dig. I mean, I know I said it about 3 times already, but The offense really is different. He's the only one coming back this way. Everything's flowing to the left. So that really opens the offense up when you're taking that. And he was wide open. I mean, it was an easy read. Now here goes the streak. Nope, not yet. Man, I'm really taking my time on this one. I thought I threw it sooner than that. 48 seconds left. We're in, yeah, this is it. All right. So 7's up. Oh, here we go. So now I know dude has to be thinking about it now because he doesn't have any answers. He has to be frustrated at this point. You're down 2 scores, 40 seconds to go in the half. Now he gets the ball second half, so that's probably the one thing keeping him from quitting. That's probably the one thing keeping him in the game is that he gets the ball second half. So scoring right now is important for him, and then getting the ball back second half and trying to mount a little something because he's still in the game. 14 points and he's actually ahead of me by 1, right? So you have 2 possessions. In your mind you're thinking I need touchdowns on both of these, or at least get 3 right now, and then a touchdown and to start the second half, and then you're down by a field goal, right? It will be 31-34. These are the things that are supposed to be going through his mind, because this is what will be going through my mind. So I know what I need to stop. I know where his head is. So I'm going to set up my defense accordingly. And that's going to be... And I actually run cover 2 man here, was it? Or did I... No, I left cover 2 zone out there. And here's the thing. I did cover 2 show 4. I've been running cover 4 drop, right? So you just want to cause a little confusion. And he hesitated. He didn't know where to go. And we managed to get a pick. You see, so those are the types of things you got to do. You mess with people's heads. I guarantee you he did not expect that to be a cover 2. He didn't. And we baited him nicely. And eventually he threw to avoid a sack. Sometimes you want to take a sack or you want to throw that ball away. But you can't just throw it up and pray. Not against this 4-6. These guys are bandits, bro. And so here we go. Look, he's lining up that same way. I promise you I'm going to take the streak twice in a row. Here we go. And I'm going to take a timeout. Because guess what? I don't want 3 points here. Nah. I want 7 points here. I want him to quit. If we don't get 7, I have a feeling he might keep playing. But I think if we get 7, then he might just quit. So let's see if I'm right. And there go again the streak. See, so 3 times in a row we hit that streak after avoiding it or ignoring it, I should say, for so long. And that's enough for dude. So dude's out. And I'm gonna put up these numbers. You'll see the stats for this game. As far as passing goes, we 21 for 24 for 333 yards and 6 touchdowns in the first half. So fellas, if you don't think this offense is real, that's fine, but numbers don't lie. So here we go, game 2, and look who it is, Uncle Luke again. Now this time we're kicking off, and I'm gonna tell you guys, watch the offense he comes out in. He clearly wants to slow the game down, and he also probably doesn't have much confidence in what he was doing against my defense in the first game. Because if you're using the Kansas City Chiefs with all that offensive firepower, the Tyreek Hills and the Mecole Hardmans, Sammy Watkins, if you're using them in Madden and you come out in ace double wing, I'm not joking, fellas. Watch, he's gonna come out in ace double wing, and it's not just once or twice to throw me off. This was his base offense in this game. So this game ended up a little bit long. Yeah, he's running heavy jumbo, whatever you want to call it. I actually ran this for a little while myself in the first year I played Madden 19, and I love it. It's great, but at the end of the day, man, you have got to be committed. You have really got to be committed to run this offense, especially if you're not in MUT, because in MUT these guys are getting 3 receivers in the game. But if you're only getting a fullback and a bunch of tight ends, I can't run this as a base offense. So here we go. He gonna do that. I'm okay with it. And eventually, and to be completely honest, that plays to my strength. I would rather be in 4-6 than be in any nickel. So I started in nickel. just because I thought he had something up his sleeve, you know. I'm saying, man, what's he really doing? But once I realized he's actually really playing double wing, and I think he ends up running power I. I think I told y'all before, he's in a custom. More power to him. I don't do customs. I feel dirty when I use customs, but there's no rule against it, so yeah, sure, go for it. If I could use a custom book, I think I will get lost. There are way too many things that I like. I wouldn't want to put that many things in the same playbook, because I'll probably get delayed game penalties just trying to choose a play. So and it makes labbing easier, you know. I like building a scheme, and sometimes you have to look, like with the Y Trips. There were some offenses that had some Y Trip plays that I like, but I look and I'm like, oh, but it doesn't have the jet 6 saw, so I need to find one that has jet 6 saw, and then I need one that has that slot cross as well. You know, there are certain things that you just want in your offense, so it makes you have to work with what you have and then build around it, as opposed to just saying, no, I want this, so I'm gonna put it in my offense. And that's just me. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong for doing what they do. I'm just explaining my thought process. So anyway, here we are defending this ace double wing still, and we're not letting this run get anywhere. I tell you what, he did get away with 2 passes. I remember very early, 2 passes he got away with that I should have intercepted, and I was mad at myself for. And I'm sure he was feeling himself. He's like, yeah, I'm running this jumbo and he can't stop it. And in my mind, I'm like, bruh, you only lucky, man. But anyway, luck only lasts so long. Luck only lasts so long. You flip that coin enough times, it's gonna come up heads, it's gonna come up tails. But if you know what you're doing, you can turn that bad boy down, slap it down, and know it's gonna be heads every time. Look at this, man. You can't throw into that many people. But that wasn't even the worst one. That's one of those toss it up and Madden will give you what Madden gives you. He throws, is it right now, 3rd and 10? Or it might even be on 4th down. It's either right now or the snap after it, I think. Where he throws right at my user. I'm guarding the only route that he could possibly throw at, and I can't get the ball. Here it goes. Yeah, look at me with Kelce. What was I doing? Man, I'm telling you. That's one. Kelce's probably saying, thank God. That's what he's saying over there. He looked up to the sky just now. You saw him? Because Kelce knows. Kelce said, man, we playing that Bermy style guy. I seen him picking off everything the first game. I can't believe I caught that ball. Yeah, don't worry, Kelce. We won't do that too many times. Here we go. We got our purples out there. You know we like our purples. And that's at 25-yard that. Excuse me if I'm talking a little fast. This is how I typically talk. My apologies. I usually try to slow it down for y'all. Today's been a very busy day, and I think I'm a little amped. I had some coffee today, which is probably why I'm doing the audio as opposed to playing a game, because I don't know if I haven't told y'all this, but there are certain circumstances under which I usually don't play Madden. One, I suck when I'm on caffeine. I'm no good at playing caffeinated for some reason. If I have a cup of coffee, I make bad decisions. And the other thing is, right after I make content, like if I drop a YouTube video, I always play a game or two just to unwind after. And I don't know why, because for some reason I lose focus then too. It's like my brain really just needs a minute after doing all that work, because it takes some work to make these videos. So what I'm gonna do, and I was talking to 4-6 about this 4-6 gang, we're talking about like face of the franchise, and maybe even just a random like franchise versus computer. So I might look at doing something like that just to kind of unwind after I make these videos. It probably makes more sense, because then I can be as dumb as I like and not have to worry about anything. But yeah, so those are the main 2 circumstances I don't like playing under. I also don't like playing when my kids are awake, but well, I don't play when my kids are awake, and my son's awake with me right now, so you might be hearing him in the background a little bit. If you do, don't worry. That's the understudy. That's him coughing now, as I call him. All right, so he's getting downfield with this ace double wing, no doubt about it. He definitely is. But the other thing now, and I've said this before about runners, if you're using this much clock to score, you're gonna be in trouble, because I'm gonna be scoring a lot more and a lot faster. So eventually you're gonna be put in position where you have to speed it up. And when that happens, what can you do? Can you keep up, or can you not? So, and I actually remember when this game was going on, I was actually saying out loud. I was like, this was after I scored once or twice. I'm saying, yeah, you stay in that ace double wing now. Let's see it. You know, because you can't stay in ace double wing when you're behind by a touchdown or two. It's not gonna happen. You can't use this much clock. Just do use the whole quarter. Fine. But here's the real problem. I'm about to let you know right now. He doesn't get in the end zone right now. So you can't use this much time and not score. You're putting yourself in a horrible position against somebody who actually puts points on the board. Most people that use Kansas City put points on the board. So if you're chewing up this much clock and then coming away with nothing to show for it, bro, that's a bad look. So here we go, 4th and 3. Fourth and 3, and this is where we make the stop. See, so this is the gap press. This is something that I use a lot. This murders bunch. Like I get so many sacks and sack fumbles against bunch. So all I do is I switch into gap press, and I shift my defensive line and my linebackers to the left. And then sometimes I'll leave my DBs press. Sometimes I'll play them off. Sometimes I'll, you change how the shading and whatnot. But look, see, this is it. That gap press blitz, I'm telling y'all right now. It also does a good job against the run, but it's very risky because all of the AI defenders get occupied and you have to play the run. But if you lab it up enough, you'll see you can shoot a lot of runs, dive, stretches, all of them. But like I said, it's risky because if you don't get it, you're giving up a touchdown. So I really prefer it against some of these tight passes, and I even use it against spread. But anyway, gap press. There'll be more on that later. If anybody wants to know, feel free to ask me. I've been meaning to drop a video on it forever. But look, there goes Travis Kelce now. So here we go, our first offensive possession, and we're in our base play. We're making our reads, and we're gonna put some points out, and that's gonna apply pressure to you if you out here playing ace double wing. So 7-0. Come on, keep Tyreek Hill on the bench. I dare you, because you're using the Chiefs and Tyreek Hill hasn't seen the field. It doesn't make sense, my G. You should be using the Titans or the Raiders. I mean, they got a fast dude in that rookie. They got a couple good receivers actually. Got Nelson Aguilar. I should say fast receivers. Aguilar's not necessarily good, and I say that because he used to play for the Eagles, so I can't compliment Eagles. Nah, it's just not in my blood. It's not in my nature. Sorry about that 4-6 gang. I know that's your boys, but to be completely honest, 4-6, I think y'all taking the division this year. Yeah, y'all playing better than anybody. Your quarterback's starting to come around, but I don't want to keep giving you any compliments, so I'm gonna leave it there. All right, Cowboys for life, win, lose, or draw. Oh no, we not the ones in the division that do that either. But look, he's still in this jumbo heavy with Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, and Sammy Watkins on the bench. Bruh, this doesn't make sense to me. That's okay. We'll come out and keep defending it. We most certainly will. Because to me, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better situation. Like I said, even if you come down and score 7, you're wasting time. And I already know I'm going to score. Like, I know I'm going to score. There's no question in my mind about it. So here we go. He did a good job picking up the first down there. But like I said, we're going to stay keeping everything in front of us. Just keep it in front of us. That's it. Now he switches to the power eye strong. So now he gets one receiver out there. Yeah, he got Tyreek out there. So all I'm going to do is let my front 7 fight your front 7. Or more like my front 8. In either case, I'm just going to shade over Tyreek. And I'm going to let my guys play the run. And I don't mind if every now and again we give up a relatively big run. I'm not worried about giving up a 10-yard run. I'm ahead by 7. And I got the ball in the second half. You know, this is a mind game. This is a mental game. I'm not out here playing checkers, my G. I'm out here playing chess. So if these 10-yard runs are wins for you, then you keep getting your wins. And when the game's over, we'll see who counts the real W. And here I am. I'm over here playing over Tyreek Hill again. I'm going to let these dudes go ahead and fight you down here. And you're not going to get them all. See, so now you pick up 2 yards. You only got one fast receiver on the field. I'm not scared at all. Are you going to stay in these heavy packages? All right, let's keep going. I'm more than willing to do this. And right here, I switch to the cover 1. And again, I'm just going to get over there closer to Tyreek, because that's his only real threat. Eventually, he notices it and gets out of these heavy packages, because he's only hurting himself. He's not hurting me. But that's not yet. He's going to keep running these things. And sometimes we think we're too clever. We out here trying all sorts of stupid stuff, man. That's not the strength of your team. I'm sorry, bro. Now look, there's your one threat. He's bracketed. Like, where did you think my user was gonna go? You really thought Tyreek was gonna be open on a play action fake? Why would I be doing anything other than marking Tyreek Hill if he's the only person on the field that can hurt me? Come on, stop being cute. Gun wing slot. See, now that's better. At least you got 2 wide receivers out there. Now you gotta make me think, right? And I tell you what, he goes to the flats on this first one. He caught me good. I'll take that. But at least he's playing smart now. Semi-smart. Because that power I strong and ace double, I honestly feel like he wasted the whole first half. Other than the fact that I think he might score a touchdown. But he wasted a lot of time in offenses that made no sense. Made no sense. If you're going to do something like that, let that be a 2-minute offense at the end of the half. At the end of the game. You know, if you beating me by 3 or by 7 or by anything, or even if it's a tie, drive that down the field, run the clock out, kick a field goal, win the game. Like, there's a place for it. There's a time and place for it. But opening the game with Tyreek Hill on the bench, that's not the time or the place. So, and all you guys out there that came in just to see the streak bomb and all that stuff, because I know that's what's important to some people. You want to see one play touchdowns and all that stuff. Man, I really hope you're listening to this. Think about the things you're doing in this game. It's so much more mental than anything else. The sticks are fun, the buttons are fun, the deep passes are fun, but understand there's a strategic side to the game. And you don't have to be the best strategist, but let common sense rule at least. There's no way this dude should have had Tyreek Hill on the bench until, 2 minutes to go in the first half? Come on, man. You're hurting yourself doing that. And that was a good job fighting over there. Didn't give up the touchdown. I do think he gets a touchdown in this first half, though. I actually spent a lot of time talking about this bad decision. I tell you what, that's because that's how bad it was. And there goes another opportunity for me. He threw the rock right at me. Man, I was so mad at myself for that one. I didn't hold on to it for long because I know I'm going to win this game. But I'm like, man, come on. This dude's trying his hardest to throw the ball to me. And I just gave away that opportunity. But look at this. We not trying to make tackles out here. That's okay, though. Now, what did I do here? It's 40 seconds left. Chances I scored a touchdown here. Yeah, 40 seconds is enough time to get downfield. But receive now right here. One thing I noticed is a lot of guys get to their prevent defenses and when they're on defense, they get to the prevent defenses too fast. When they're on offense, they get to the Hail Mary offenses too fast. And it doesn't have to necessarily be prevent that you call or Hail Mary that you call, but you out here playing these safe over the top defenses when it's a minute left, or you out here only throwing bombs when you got 40 seconds. I got 40 seconds and 3 timeouts. I promise you, I don't have a problem throwing drags. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time on the clock. And see, so here he is. He's in this prevent defense. This doesn't make any sense, bro. You giving me yards. And I'll take this. This is easy yards. And I was fortunate to get out of bounds there because he almost made the tackle in bounds. So that would have been a good thing for him. But you should never be in man up 3 deep with 40 seconds left. No, that doesn't make any sense. You're making it too easy for your opponent. Have I done it? Yeah, I certainly have, and that's how I learned from it. So, for y'all out there, learn from what I'm saying right now. And again, I was lucky to get out of bounds. So I'm only 4 for 4 for 90 yards in this first half. I hardly had the ball because he's been playing these possession offenses, which is fine because all I need is an opportunity. And I have it right here. I still have 3 timeouts, so I don't mind bringing something towards the middle of the field eventually, because I have enough timeouts and I have enough options on offense to get out of bounds when I need to. 25 seconds, just about at midfield, still plenty time. So I'm not forcing anything. I'm out here, I'm looking at the defense that's in front of me, and I'm making my calls like I would. I just want to get downfield. The posters are perfect. I'll use another timeout here. Now we got 20 seconds and 1 timeout to go. And here we are on the edge of field goal range. So right now, the main thing is don't turn the ball over. You know? Get some positive yards. If you need to throw the ball away, throw the ball away. You got to play safe. You got to play smart. It doesn't have to be a touchdown. Now the streak was actually open there and I missed it. So I get down, I slide, I call my last timeout. And that was prevent defense. So he actually comes out to prevent defense again. And he's bringing everybody in. So now I'm actually looking at the streak and thinking I might have a shot at it. Was it not? Oh no, not yet. Not yet. It's the next possession. This one I'm going to run and get out of bounds. Yeah, save some more clock. So 8 seconds to go. Now I'm strongly considering kicking a field goal here, but I say, you know what? I can take one more shot. It just has to be quick. So if I see what I want to see, I take a shot. If I don't, I get rid of the ball. And then you end up with like a second or 2 to kick a field goal. And these are the things that have to be going through your mind. So I'm looking, before I snap the ball, I'm looking and I'm saying, should I actually call a timeout? And I don't. And the streak was there. Thank you very much. And I got the ball in the second half. Remember this. So now, remember the time you wasted in ace double wing. You absolutely cannot play ace double wing right now, because you're about to be down 14-7 and most likely 21-7, because I'm going to score in the second half. That's where my mind is. So it's all about the back and forth. And it's like when you're watching football, because I'm sure we're all NFL fans here. I'm a bigger NFL fan than I am a Madden. Like I love NFL. I watch every game, and I watch them more than once. I have NFL Game Pass, so I watch games over and over. And I'm somebody who likes old school football. So if it's a slow defensive game, I can watch the field position battle. To me, that's a beautiful game. The battle for position, the battle for power, the battle just to be 5 yards further upfield or downfield. So that's kind of how I feel when I'm doing this. Because now I'm watching the power shift. I'm not just ahead 14-7. I'm ahead 14-7 with the rock in the second half. You know, so in my mind, this has to be 21-7 or 17-7. I'm not gonna give up that 3 points. Most certainly not. So I'm not gonna try to force this return, hoping to get a touchdown and then fumble the ball, turn it over, and he possibly scores a touchdown. No, I'm not that foolish. You know, I'm playing the smart game. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I always scroll down to onside kick when I'm receiving. I got caught once or twice by the onside kick kids. You know, the kids who wait until you choose kick return and then choose onside kick and make you want to curse. Yeah, those ones. I got caught once or twice. And if you're anything like me, you only need to get caught once, because it's a royal piss off. So yeah, that's not going to happen to me again. So every single time I go down to onside kick and wait for them to choose kickoff before I actually scroll back to kick off myself. All right. So here we go again in our base play. This is where we belong. Hit the running back. Beautiful. Get out of bounds. That got out of bounds wasn't intentional. It makes no difference on that, rather. Oh, and look, the clock's running, so I didn't even get out of bounds. All right. So here we go. Now this possession, we're just taking our time. We're making sure we make safe throws, easy reads. There's no reason. Oh, as a matter of fact, no. That's what I should be doing. I was actually mad at myself right here for throwing that. Because he was in cover 4 drop, I was actually setting up the cover 4 drop bomb that I do in Pass Y out, and I ran out of time and then threw it early. Big no-no. There's no reason to be trying the bomb, and there's no reason to throw it away. So I was very fortunate to get away with that just now. And that is what made me say, yo, let me get my head down and play this thing right. So that's the only missed throw we've had this game. And you'll see the second one is one of those ones where the wide receiver catches the ball in the back of the end zone and one of his feet was out of bounds. So if those are the only 2 throws you're missing, you're doing all right, you know? Look at that deep dig. Telling you, that deep dig opens this thing up, man. It really does. That was a beautiful completion. I'll pat myself on the back there. So here we go. I told y'all about this screen. I love doing it. We only picked up a couple yards there. 5 yards, not bad. So now we're in position. Do we stay in trips or do we go into one of our... Oh, we're gonna stay in trips. Oh, this might be the shot to the back of the end zone that they called incomplete, actually. Can't recall. Oh no, we're gonna run it and get stopped for no gain. All right, no gain there. So 3rd and goal, and we're gonna stay right here. We're gonna take Bell out, and I tell you what, I forgot to sub Bell back in. Not a big deal, but you know, I like to have Bell in because he's the best route running and receiving back on this team, and that's pretty much what this team needs. So I put Kelce on a drag here to get him down a little bit lower to make space for that dig, but they said his feet were out of bounds. I would throw the red flag. Well, the refs review all those anyway, don't they? Not in Madden though. But I tell you one thing I like. I didn't show this in the ebook. This is the first time I'm using it in Pats. But anything with these split backs in the backfield, I just like to have something where both of the backs are coming out the backfield. These are usually really easy at the goal line. So you see I have a flat to Bell and I have a streak to Edwards-Helaire, and I'm just going to see who's open. The streak was open. I promise you guys, those things, the curls, the out routes out of the backfield, it's easy money, especially in these formations where you got 2 of the backs. You just read either side. And I actually had a flat and, was it an out route or a corner route? I didn't even remember, to the tight end. So those high lows are really effective as well. I use that in the weak formation. Weak, is it called weak or weak close? I haven't been in this offense long enough to know everything that the technical terms for everything, but I like using that. And I went over that in the ebook actually. I scored a touchdown using that in the ebook against Buffalo. That was a nice game. All right, so here we go on defense. We're up 2 touchdowns. My man might have to come out of that heavy offense and come back to his Eagle 8 slot, and we got an answer for it. So he's gonna stick with wing slot, and I don't blame him. He didn't use it a lot, and he was kind of effective with it. So he's gonna keep trying to use it and see if he can continue to be effective, and that's smart. But we gonna watch what he's doing. He hit that same flat, if you recall, he hit that same flat against me the very first time he went into this formation. So these are the type of things you gotta remember, you gotta keep in mind. But right now, I'm not too worried about defending that flat because now here I go, another opportunity to get an interception. Not only did I not get it, but pass interference, and it was a good call. But anyway, yeah. So I'm not too worried about that flat right now because, again, I'm ahead 2 scores. I'll give you that flat for the rest of the game. You using time, I promise you I'll give you that. But here we go, we're gonna switch. We're gonna put a half flat out there just to get him away from it. And here we go. So he picked up 4 or 5 yards, I think. 2nd and 5, yeah. So we're not giving him the flat, but I certainly at times I wouldn't have a problem giving it up. I see it now. I'm giving it up again now because it just makes sense. I put a half flat to the other side, and here you go. See, he don't want it anymore. Look, see his running back. But look at this. The running back found a good hole. That was actually a really good route. So yeah, he's doing something with this gun wing slot. But you see what I'm doing? This is what I talked about in the 4-6 ebook where I was talking about the mentality. I'm gathering information. So if he has to run this offense against me the next drive, I've seen the flat, I've seen the running back, I've seen the running back also come to the flat on the opposite side. Like I see the things you're doing out of this offense. So you're gonna have to keep changing it up. You're gonna have to have other options because I'm not gonna give up the same thing over and over. And that's why I like setting up my offenses the way I do, the way I have out of trips. That's a good touchdown, my guy. That's a good run. But the way I set up the offense out of trips and the way I set up the offense out of single back wide trips, where I have a base play that has a ton of options that are difficult to cover all of them, if not impossible to cover all of them if ran correctly. You know, because when you come across a player like myself, or if you watch 4-6 Gang or Cody, you watch these guys, Hoodie, you watch these guys YouTube channels, and you see the things they're doing on defense. You need to have an offense that is multifaceted. You need to have an offense that has these types of options, because defensive players like those guys, they will shut you down. Because the things that I'm saying, these things aren't foreign to them. They do the same things and probably on a higher level. You know, you just gather this information. And that's all it is, constantly gathering information on offense and defense, but especially on defense. Because defense is more reactionary. You have to see what they're doing and then respond to it. On offense, you can kind of force them and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. You stop it. You make me do something else. And quite often, once I see you are adjusting to something, I'm setting you up and saying, okay, I got this. Now here, I see he's setting up a zero blitz, and this time I'm going after it. And I remember saying, okay, I just need a second. Do I have time? And when I let that ball go, I was celebrating. I don't typically do this celebrating stuff. But trust me when I tell you, I knew I shut the door on this dude right there with that play. And I was excited. That's it. Like, that's the knockout blow. All I need is to stop right now in this game is hardcore over. So to be completely honest, I was looking for him to quit right here. He didn't. I gave him that. He decided to bring his offense back out and continue trying. Because truth is, he's still only 2 touchdowns behind. But now I know on defense. So I know what he's doing out of those heavy sets, and I know he's not coming to him. I got his eagle-ish slot shut down. So if he wants to go to that, he's not going to get anywhere. The gun wing slot, he moved the ball well on me just now, but it isn't something that's a quick strike. So what do? And it looks like he decided to go gun eagle-ish slot. So we're going to end this game. We're going to go out here and we're going to end this game because he's not going to beat me out of eagle-ish slaughter yet. This is something I figured out in the first game. All right, fella. So he lets this rip. See, and again, this is those desperation calls. Well, I don't get why you got a whole quarter left to play. You're only down 2 scores, and you throwing this thing 70 yards into traffic. Like, have you given up already? Because that's a lot of time left to play. But the problem is, if you don't have an answer for my offense, you should be feeling desperate. So there we go. We got in on the QB. Man, if we would have covered that, it would have been a wrap. Thanks, Father. That is almost finished, okay? All right, so here we go. We're going to keep running this cover 4. It's 3rd and 23. I know he's getting ready to quit. I know this is about to be it for him. So it's just about not doing anything stupid and giving up anything deep to Reke or Mecole, and we can get out of here for victory. Here my son counted to 10. Good job, fella. And here we go. A sack on the 1 yard line. I'll tell you something about this Madden. It's really bad at giving you safeties. The amount of times I tackle dudes in the end zone and they put the ball at the 1 yard line, it's unbelievable. But anyway, we're going to get him one more time. We're going to get the safety and we can get out of here. So let's see if we can do that. 4th and 34. Like, this is going nowhere. Everything's covered. And Patrick Mahomes is wiping the dirt off his jersey. And dude's about to be out. You can't blame him. There's no coming back from this now. But that last possession, he gave up basically. But here you go. You can see he's ranked 72. And here we were passing 13 for 15 for 265 yards and 4 touchdowns.